Damn, boys, this episode was good shit. Only 12 episodes in, halfway through. Finally got another peak fire episode. This shit was tight. It was absolutely gold, alright? We got some plot progression in our Vinland Saga show. Wow, unbelievable. How could they? Wow. This, alright, all kidding aside, this episode was actually really, really good. Finally, got some decent plot progression. We're right there. Right fucking there. We're literally right there. Literally. Really good. So, last episode, we found out that Canute is planning some sneaky shit for Master Ketel's farm, and it basically all culminates in this episode. And we don't know how much time it's been since Canute was having his like talk or whatever, but I assume it's probably been a day or two, maybe the next morning. It doesn't really matter. All that we need to know is that it's happening now, literally in this episode right now. So we come here, whatever. Omar has been drinking all night. The fucking dumbass that he is, absolutely stunned, humiliated, out of his mind. The entire town knows of his exploits, for the fact that he could not cut a pig. Literally, with the sharpest sword known to man, this man could still not cut a pig. How humiliating, right? Yeah. You are dog shit. You are absolutely abysmal in every way. Now, it doesn't go well for our, favorite, family here in this episode. Not well at all. So we see he's having a bad time. Now, this is what you could say part of Canute's plan here. His plan is very elaborate, and he doesn't just go up to Yokito and says, I'm gonna take your farm. No, because that would cause disturbances, that would cause ripples around, other places that have farms like Ketel. He can't just do that, you know. It would be worrisome for like the people he's controlling and his army. So instead, he's gonna get some goons and basically incite violence towards Omar and his family, and that's the way that it's gonna give him a reason. And this is very smart of him to do this. It's just gonna give him a reason to, yes, now I can seize your land, Ketel, if you're against me and my army. Perfect plan on it. As perfect as it could be without like any hiccups. So we're now these people, they're not really like particularly important. They're just Canute's goons. They don't even know the like full story. They're not aware of Canute's plans. Obviously, he would never tell the dregs of these Vikings. His master plans. They're essentially even these guys, not the hooded man, the ruffians here. They're essentially even just like Omar, like retards, basically, brutes. In another word, a nicer term. They're brutes. Now, so the hooded man here is important for this role. He's the person who's supposed to technically help Omar kill these guys in order to, obviously you're killing the messengers of Canute. Obviously, we got to take you down. So these guys here, they don't know the Canute's plan. They're basically just going to go give the message to Canute. Again, it's been maybe a day or two. They're going to refurl Canute's words for that you're not going to be part of the army, man. And they're clowning on him, hysterically, as they should, because Omar is dog shit. And not that they're better anyway, but it doesn't matter. They weren't humiliated like him. So they're just going to clown on him, tell him, yeah, you're shit. It doesn't matter. No one here is going to, bring you into the army. You're so bad. You can't even cut a pig. You might as well be a chef. I hear they're applying, people are applying for that, but you're probably shit at that too. It's like they're really just going through the ringer, insulting our man Omar here. And he cannot take it. There's, lots of people watching. They're in just like a public marketplace. Obviously, Omar, not smart. He falls for Canute's plan, hook, line, and sinker. Like, this is, Canute's just taking advantage of these people. He understands that, he understands the words and the way these their minds work, so he can manipulate them as much as possible to get what he wants. So Omar here, he gets very angry, as he should be. Technically, he's getting humiliated by these guys who just come up to him and they're like, "You're shit, bro. You can't join us. Fucking pussy." Pow, pow. Give him the finger. Omar, the stupid man that he is, challenges them to a fight, literally, and provocation, literally goes to attack them. So obviously a fight's there we go, Omar. Yeah, how you feeling, bud? Yeah, like despite his demeanor here, it is sad watching this happen to him. Though he did do this to himself, so we're getting a lot of like characterization from Omar in this episode about what happens to him too later on, and how you can feel bad for him in some circumstances, and I do, but you're still shit. It's like, I can only feel so bad. I have limits about how I can actually care about you after your retarded actions. So he gets mad. He does a impromptu swing at Scarman, the blonde-haired guy, that dude. He swings at him, swings with his sword, and they're essentially they're having a fight. Now, obviously, Omar is shit, so he can't win. Unfortunately for Knut's plan, he did not expect Omar's brother here, Thorgal. Now, Thorgal is a maniac. Yes, he is a psychopath, killer, absolute fiend in every way, shape, or form, but he still loves his brother. Now, there's only so much he can do because he is a warrior. He doesn't believe in, fighting another man's duels. So he's just gonna encourage Omar here. Like, listen, you get up. He's like literally rousing his fighting spirit within him. Even though like Thorgal's like, this will only go so far, really. Like you can't. He knows probably within himself, Omar not gonna win. Like, but he can't fight for him, because this is his battle that he chose to do. So, but he's still his brother. So obviously, if Omar did die in this circumstance, Thorgal would go fucking crazy nuts, right? He would just go absolutely insane. Now the plan here, the reason why the Hooded Man is here is to have Omar kill these guys. It'll help him, right? But like be sneaky. And the Hooded Man, he's like really good. He's like Goat. Is that his name? Goto from Hunter x Hunter? He has the coins, and he can, like, flick them really fast and literally kill people with coins. It's crazy. Not that that guy's important in any way, shape, or form. But, this is what happens. The Hooded Man, let's just watch this scene. Our boy here literally preparing to just kill Omar. Like, oh, this is it. Training's done. I'm going to kill you. Hooded Man comes in. Bam. Flick. Just a coin right in the retina of his eye and just distracts him. That's all Omar needed, right? The pain from getting a jolt like that in your eye out of nowhere sends him back, sends him reeling. Thorgal actually, witnesses it. This is where, like, Thorgal, despite him being an absolute fucking, maniac, he is smart. He's not stupid like his brother. Omar's, like, stupid, right? He didn't notice the coin coming out to this guy's head. So he just plunges a sword right through his neck and kills this guy immediately. Now, we could say Omar here, this is not what he wanted. You could see it like after he's like witnessing this guy here. He's all hazy. Adrenaline's probably rushing through his body. All crazy, just blood everywhere now. Blood on himself. He's killed this guy, the first person he's killed. Thorgal congratulates him. Oh, what a nice job you did. Now his compatriots absolutely get mortified. They draw their swords. Thorgal takes the opportunity to just absolutely massacre these people. Like the hardest dickening anyone could ever give. Thorgal just destroyed these men. They're not close at all. He is really strong. Like where is he? He's like the level of Snake, most likely. They're relative in power. To ask, like, they're all sort of relative. If you wanted power scalers, who could beat who? Thorfinn still at the top. Thorgal still at the top. Thorfinn's dad, like apex of the apex of the apex, right? But these guys aren't slouches, So Thorgal is, he is a maniac. He is a warrior. He's quite proficient in killing. He's very good, especially these guys. These guys are just scrubs. They're not really worth everything. And we get a nice little scene, of Omar, more blood after Thorgal's just like massacring these guys. And he is not in his element. He's banged way too hard for his buck here. This is not good for him in his psyche. He's bit off way more than he could chew. That's all right. Thorkel again, just annihilating these dudes. Right, we got to get this image too. Lots of great battle scenes in this episode, and the music also hits very hard in some of these scenes. The piano, it's always the piano. It's so magical. I love the piano. The things they do with it in these like melancholy scenes here. Really good. Yeah. So people they're waiting for your like fight scenes. If you're coming to that, we get a nice, cool episode here of there's Thorgold massacring pretty much everybody. It's pretty horrific, but hey, it's really good animation, really nice. Finally, some action after a long time. So it's been a little while. Thorgel's inspecting this guy. Pretty much, he understands what's happening here. Now Master Keto comes in after the ruckus. Been maybe an hour or something because sunset's about to happen. It got darker. He is just, like going insane. He like, what the fuck's going on, my son? Thorgel has to explain to him that, yeah, we pretty much killed these guys, and that's the way it is. Now, there is a law, apparently, I was not aware of this, that this law prohibits dueling in this land. You'd think that, I guess that would be, a Canute would, like, accept that rule. Thorgel's saying here that, this rule isn't really enforced at all. We're in the right. They taunted us. We had the initiative. We challenged them to a duel. We won. These other guys attacked me. I attacked them in self-defense. Therefore, we didn't really do anything wrong. We shouldn't be punished for this. Master Keto's just, he's scared as fuck. Obviously, because they just killed the king's messengers. And we're about to get some more dark shit again. These people, these guys, are in on Canute's plan here. They are deep within that. There was a plan. Olmar was supposed to die in this as well as killing all these messengers, but things didn't go out that way. They didn't know Thorgel was here. Things they didn't plan on was Olmar's brother. You could see a little, like, Olmar's not, like, in his element. Master Keto's, please listen, like, we didn't need to do this. Obviously, Thorgel explains, again, about the law. These messengers, obviously, they don't care. They have this plan with Canute. They have to do their job, so they're going to arrest these guys. They pretty much handcuff Olmar and Ketel, but that doesn't matter because Thorgel does not give up his sword and just, he's nice. Off with his head. Fuck you. Goodbye. And he proceeds to kill all these dudes in some really great action scenes, chopping off their hands, cutting up their bellies, taking their heads off, blood everywhere. Master, his father's like panicking throughout the entire situation in broad daylight with like, maybe like 50 people watching this go down. This scene is going to be talked about for a while after this. You can think about their reputation being slandered after killing the king's men, basically. And that is what they're doing, or what Thorgil is doing. He's, massacring these dudes. So this wasn't supposed to be part of the plan. Now, before this, Thorgil, again, inspecting that guy, he's very suspicious. So before killing this man, he asks him, what's going on? Why is this happening? Why are you after us? And this guy basically tells him, yep, King Canute's after you. He does it in broad daylight. Fearing for his life, Thorgil promises to keep him alive. He doesn't. Liar. He doesn't, obviously. And they figure out the plan. Kills him. Everything is good. They run away, basically. Now, Thorgil, obviously, Master Ketel's panicking. What do we do? Where do we go? Thorgil's like, this is great. I love a battle. I love a challenge. I love that we're fighting the king's men. This is gonna be great. Again, he's just a battle maniac. He loves the fight. He's a lot like Thorkel in that sense. He's not as strong as him, but a lot like him in his personality. He loves fighting. He loves killing. He loves relishing in the victory of war. That's all. A lot of these Vikings. They're all like that. They all like that strand of like thinking. They love killing people essentially. So that whole thing's happening. We have Olmar here. He doesn't really know what to do. He hasn't even said anything after he killed that guy. Honestly, he's sort of dumbfounded about all the situation that's happening. But we cut back to Canute. He's like, oh, they escaped? Well, that's all right. We'll just go find them and we'll kill them. He actually apologizes to to, in essence, to Ketel's family about what he's going to do. And basically, he's using this opportunity to kill his family, take over his farm. We all know this anyway. But I like that Canute, he has guilt, right? He has guilt about the horrible things he's doing, but he's doing this for his dream. He is a resolved man. We said this last episode. He is a resolved man. He has a dream. He wants to get it done. He knows how to do it, and he has to do some dark shit to get it done. This is just the path that he's chosen. This is the path that he sees. Almost again, the parallels between him and Thorfinn are very clear now at this point, where Thorfinn is now more on the light side, how he really doesn't want to hurt anyone anymore, and he believes he can achieve peace that way. And now Canute has gone the opposite direction. Their paths will cross later, I promise you. He sees the vestige of his father again. Again, just another personification of his guilt or his conscience coming to, give him more hell, telling him all these bad things. But Canute's like, don't fuck off. I'm gonna do what I do. Now, this is great for them. Well, for our boys here. Fortunately, they made friends with Leif. Yes, Leif. Leif has very graciously gotten Thorgal and his family and Ketel on this. They're going to their homeland, but not for free. Leif do in exchange for harboring these criminals because he doesn't really want to do this. He's going against the king. They're criminals right now. He can get into a lot of trouble for this. He's going to get money. He's going to sell his wares to them for like something like 3 times the price, which is ridiculous. Who knows how many wares they have or what they're actually selling? Probably some like carpets or cloths, something like that. Miscellaneous materials, maybe food. Probably not food, actually. Probably just miscellaneous materials like cloth and leather. Maybe weapons, possibly. We don't know. It doesn't matter. But he's gonna get money, and they're gonna agree to let Thorfinn go as a slave. Now, Leif doesn't know if it's his Thorfinn, but we all know it is. But we're just gonna get to that point. Now, yeah, that's also funny because they were gonna free Thorfinn anyway. So this is just like Leaf doesn't know that though, so they'll take that as an advantage. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll free Thorfinn for you. We'll do that, and we're gonna have a merry time next episode, boys. It's gonna get even crazy. Now, I love this visage of Omar again, still not really saying anything, just thinking about what he's done. So I feel bad for the man, but he brought these actions upon himself, right? We all know this, but this is the turning point for him. Now he's finally maybe he won't be such a pompous retard in the future after he's essentially caused this mayhem for his family and he's killed this person. It's not what he really wants. He's been acting tough this entire time through the season. Now that he's finally had the chance to kill someone, he's turning the tables. It seems like anyway. He's not there yet, but we don't see it, but it will happen. Which is good for his. It's a nice character change. Like we've had a few setup episodes with him, not a lot, but we pretty much know his personality from the onset. And we see it all throughout, the season up to now. So it's pretty nice characterization for him and what's happening. So yeah, they're basically gonna get ready for the final battle, and we get a nice ending off of Thorfinn and Einar just, or having their last day. They're getting ready to finish up work. Thorfinn's like, so, the anime thing. Oh, what's happening on this side of my right shoulder? I feel darkness. He senses evil approaching. The dark clouds are about to hover before all of them. It's gonna be horrible, and just a nice another scene with Canute. His final resolution to do these things. This was a fire episode, man. The music was on point. We had some great action and dynamic animation for this episode. Pretty great. Next up, it's really going to start popping off. Only halfway through the season. So, right? So, I believe the next arc is a lot shorter than this one. Because this is a really long arc. It's done beautifully. So, everything in this episode was great. And the music, animation, pretty standard some scenes. I like the new characterization with Omar and Ketel, obviously just panicking. He obviously doesn't want to be put in this position. We get more from Thorgal. How, we really get to see his psychopathic side now, how he loves the thrill of the battle, all that stuff. And it's all going to culminate together again. I really like this episode. We're at the turning point for like we're right there. Pretty much next episode I think is where it's gonna happen. I don't see why it wouldn't, and I think it's gonna be great. Can't wait to be there and watch it. But I think I'm done rambling, you guys. Hope you liked it. All right, I'll see you guys later. See ya.